Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. And today I have the long-awaited building my autumnal palette. Every single season I try to look through my collection of singles and create color stories that would be hopefully perfect for that season. And that's A, because I love building palettes, B, because I have so many singles, and C, I want to use all of these singles. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And it just makes me so happy to know that I created that. I've recently posted my ranking all of my autumnal palettes. In case you're interested in that, I will leave it in the little card. And also I did my recap of my summer palettes, and you can also see my summer BYOP there and how much I've actually used it, in case you're interested in whether I'm actually using these BYOPs. I've used that palette like maybe 20 times in the past 3 months. Actually more than 20 times. So if you want to see that, it will also be linked in the card. And in case you're interested in this look, I've used all of my latest Bandos eyeshadows shades. So if you're interested in what those are, that will also be in the card. So those are all the products. Those are all the videos that you should definitely check out. In case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows, I love panning, building palettes, trying palettes, being just colorful, creative, and happy. So hopefully that's something that you're interested in as well. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, like this video, and comment down below what are the shades that you cannot imagine autumn without. And if you do love autumn, because for me that's my favorite season, because it's Halloween, the weather is beautiful, everything is super colorful, there's all the beautiful colorful leaves, and I love autumn. So if you're with me, comment it down below. And now let me show you the palette. So bye. Hi guys, so today we're gonna be building a autumnal color story. I'm gonna be again using the Legend of Korra palette from Colourpop. This is like an empty magnetic palette that I actually was proactive enough to clean, so you're welcome. Because I don't usually clean this one. And I feel like this one is going to be enough of a space, because I feel like 12 to 15 pan palettes are perfect for like a more exciting color stories. If I were to choose smaller one, it would probably very limit me, since I want to use this color story for the entire autumn. And if I was bigger, then I feel like it would just turn into a rainbow palette of sorts. So I feel like 15 pan will be enough. And I've already kind of took out some shades from my collection. I have like 25 maybe or 30 shades that to me feel very autumnal. And we're gonna just try to put them into the palette and see what I'm feeling like and what I'm gonna decide on at the end, because obviously I never know. So here's the palette, and there has to be some oranges and reds and like maybe yellows. I do want to do some like blues, and specifically more like a cooler tone bluey turquoises. And I do want like a deep blue there. Deep green, then kind of more like a very vibrant green, but not like neon-y. Still a little bit like muted, but still very bright. Kind of like a grassy green. I think I want either like a berry or kind of cooler purples. I think there should be something gray, because obviously like autumn is very like stormy and stuff, so I do want that like blue with that like grayish or something. Maybe taupe, but I don't think taupes will really work. And then maybe something like brown, like very warm orangey brown. Maybe that could also work. So I think I'm gonna start with green, and I'm not fully decided yet. I was kind of wondering between this one, which is from Terramons and it's called Ivy, And then I also have one that is called Arctic Lime. And Arctic Lime is a lot more yellow. I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you eventually how that one looks like as well. But right now, I think I'm going to put this one in here. So this is going to be the green. Then I definitely want orange. And I want something that's like orangey but also has a lot of yellow. So I'm gonna use this shade. You can see that it's a very favorite of mine because it already has a pen. This one is from Makeup Beauty Shop. It's called Mango Sorbet. And it's very yellowy, goldy orange. And I want that to be in the center. I'm quite certain that I will use this shade. I have a lot of yellows and oranges, but this one is the sparkliest and the most beautiful and the most like rich, and I just really want this one. So I have like green, orange. What are we gonna do then? I do like to kind of make them like matte, shimmer, matte, and then flip it up so that it's like, so that you don't have too many mattes next to each other or too many shimmers next to each other. That's just how my brain works. I'm gonna do a deep green, and this is very strategic. I think this is a very perfect green for autumn. It's very like deep. It has a bit of that coolness, a little bit of that like pine tree type of shade. And also this one is from my Tinkerbell palette. It's the shade called, I think it's Awake. Either Awake or Sleep, one of those. But it's in the bottom right hand corner in the Tinkerbell palette from Colourpop. And I do want a headband on this one, preferably this month. So this one is strategic, and I think I'm gonna put it here. So we need shimmer in between. And I really like doing grays with with greens, sorry. I've been really into that lately, especially since I've duped the Magnetic Mineralia palette from the Everyone. So I think maybe this gray. This one is a kind of purpley gray, which I think will fit very, very well. It's kind of like a stormy color, like a stormy cloud. And this one is from the Christmas Eve palette by Oden's Eye, which I'm trying to use up this year. So kind of strategic as well, but also I do really think that this shade is perfect for autumn. I've been kind of saving it all year because for me, I mostly wear it in autumn and then also in the winter season. So I think I'm gonna put it here because I do really like this trio. I think that could work really nicely. Maybe we could use this light shade. This one is like a green gold and with also like a pinky purple flip. This one is from Mika. It's called Starlit. It's a beautiful iridescent shade. I feel like, because I haven't really, I don't know what shimmers I'm gonna use, but I feel like this one can make everything super sparkly, bright, and beautiful. So I think this one is gonna be always a beautiful option. And you know, I'm just really enjoying this this shade a lot. So Starlight, I think I want to put it here because yeah, this looks so pretty. Yeah, so far I think I'm gonna use it like this. I'm gonna kind of finish up this six pan, so I could use this green, but is it gonna be too green now? Maybe I could do this holochrome. This one is from Touch of Glam Beauty, and it's Creamsicle Holo. It's a very beautiful shade. It has like a bit of like warm, fiery reddish gold, but it also has like a almost like a taupey base. And I don't know, I just feel like it would look really nice here. I'm kind of feeling the fantasy here. I don't know, like this with this, because also grays with these warm oranges, also a really favorite combination of mine that isn't, I feel like you don't see it that often, but it's very, very pretty. Am I gonna put this one in here? Wait, I also want to try. So one option is this deep green, kind of like the Christmassy green actually. But then I was also thinking, I think I'm gonna do this one. This one is like a gray base with blue, silver, and purple sparkle to it. Again, very stormy weather, which will go so nicely with this one. And this one is called Lord from Mika. It's one of the newer shades in my collection. I've used this one maybe 3 times now, and I do want to get more acquainted with this one. It's such a beautiful, like, kind of neutral shade, but also super, super beautiful and very sparkly. Like, if you want something that's technically still in the realm of neutrals, but you want all that fun from sparkle, go for this. As I said, Lord from Mika. And oh yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, this 6-pan, I feel so much affection towards this corner here. So I don't think we're gonna use this green in this corner. Maybe I'm gonna still use it, but I have this. Then we're gonna do some of the like orangey shades, like the warm tones. I kind of like the fact that we have like the warmer or neutral greens, and we have the grays, and then we're gonna go into the super warm yellowy oranges. I just kind of, there's something about that idea that really makes me happy. So I want to do this kind of like dandelion-y yellow, which is called Airbending, and it's actually from this palette, so from the Legend of Korra palette. I think I could hit a ban in the next 3 months, which I would love to. I would love to have bans in this original Legend of Korra palette, and also it's shade that I do actually reach for a lot. I do love that it's not like too bright yellow, it's also not orange, and it has this beautiful warmth, and it looks so pretty with the gray. I know that that's probably not a combination that a lot of people think about, but this with maybe deepening it up with that green to make it like a little bit more olivey, super, super beautiful. I think I'm gonna do a look with the like these two, this one, and maybe this one in the inner corner. I do want to do that look because I definitely want to film like maybe 3 or 4 looks using this palette in a couple days. And I think this is gonna be one of the looks. I'm gonna put it here because also I really like this area, and I feel like it's gonna kind of complement this entire, like this 9-pan would be a beautiful color star. I don't know if it's ever been released, but if there was a 9-pan that looks like this, I would buy it. And like, this would be really pretty. Like, it definitely fits here. This one is kind of like an orangey red, but it has a bit of like brown in it as well, so it's not super orangey because I'm not too much into orange shimmers. But also I don't want to have 3 shimmers next to each other, so we're gonna do something else here. I could do brown, and like, look, if you sold me this 9-pan, I'm buying it immediately. Or maybe red, you know, so that we have this like super warm pumpkin corner in the center, and also like the red with that gray with maybe this shade or this shade could be really nice. Or maybe I could do it like this. Yeah, that also works. This one is also from this pad. It's called Firebending, and this one is called Losers Club, and it's from the Hello Beam pad from Shroud Cosmetics. Yeah, this is such a good color story. Like, I would buy this in a heartbeat if there was a 9-pan. If you know any brand that has done something similar to this, please let me know, because like, I would genuinely spend money on this. This is beautiful. This gives you so much options. Like, you can go warm, you can kind of break it apart with this gray, you can do all green, you can do warm green, you can do cool green. Like, this is a great color story. I don't want to toot my own horn, but this is great. And we have this really warm area. I do want to do the blue part, so I think I'm gonna do this one, which I think is also from, yeah, it's from this palette as well. It actually belongs here. It's called The Change. I feel like the Legend of Korra is a beautiful autumnal palette on its own, so that's why a couple of these shades are here, and also because I want to have pan on this. And it's beautiful tones. Like, I genuinely do associate these tones with autumn. So the shade Change, maybe like here, because I do kind of like this, and then the blue with the brown. I've been lately almost accepting of browns and blues together. Yeah, I like how this looks. The placement makes sense to me. Like with this and then with this, like, I don't know, I just like it. I still want to do the berry, so should I do matte? Because I feel like these kind of berry pinks also are quite autumnal. I don't know what makes me believe that. I don't know how to back it up with any cyan, but I feel like this shade could be here, which means that it's gonna be here because, and that's nice because I can do this as like a almost like a monochrome look, like they do go well together, but then also it goes really nice with the gray. You can definitely use it with the brown. If you're still not over summer, you can do these two. It's a very summery color story. Pink with green for like the wicked moment. Yeah, like it fits here. It also works with like a looks that I normally do, not just autumnal looks, but like any looks that I do. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. So, and I forgot how it's called. I don't know if I told you that or not. I think this is like a fuchsia CD. It's from the Pokemon pod from Colourpop, but yeah, fuchsia CD. See, I remember my shades. I do want that like cooler green, like kind of either seafoamy or turquoisey. So I think I'm gonna go maybe for, yeah, because Riptide from Sinful Echoes. I do love this shade. It's kind of like a minty seafoamy green. I love these with oranges. I think that is the, like, it's kind of like the building block of autumnal color stories, is using these warm oranges with these kind of cooler either turquoises or these more like seafoamy shades. It's quite nice here. Here I feel like it would be too cool tone at the same time. Yeah, I like it here because then it's with the blue, and like these three I would love to make a look with that. Like yellow, this one, this in the first half, this in the outer half, and then this all over the lid. Yeah, I do like this collection. Where am I gonna put it here? Maybe something that's like kind of cooler tone, but also not like fully cooler toned. Do I still want to use this dark green? I kind of do, because we don't really have like green shimmer, right? We have this kind of cool toned, but then we don't really have any other green shimmer. And this one is like a deep green, but it has gold in it. It's a very Christmassy color. This one is from Makeup Beauty Shop. It's the shade Jealousy. It's from the 7 Elysian Scents. I think it's gonna be nicer here than here, right? It is in next to the red, which is like very Christmassy color story, but I do like it in this row. And I don't want to have like fully green color story here. Like I still want it to be interesting. I'm gonna try it here. I do quite like this 4 pen here. And also this 6 pen is nice. Like I can definitely see a look with this as well. Now I want to kind of finish up this 6 pen. Something warmer. I think I am gonna use this shade. I'm like, the longer it stays here, the more I want it here. This one is the shade Wrath. It's also from the 7 Elysian Scents collection from Mika. And yeah, because like this 6 pen will be so pretty. This whole row is also very pretty. This column also pretty. Like I can do just like an liner look, and then these two on the lid. This quad here is pretty. Maybe I could even, well, I don't wear red all that often, so it's, but it could be pretty, like these 3 shades. It could still look really nice, and then I could do either this in the inner corner or this. I do quite like this color story here. This row is beautiful. Yeah, and like this night pen is really interesting as well. It's not something that I've seen again, and it gives you a lot. It gives you warm, cool, and a lot of different kind of options. And then this one is also, like, this one is my favorite part of this entire palette. I feel like it is very autumnal. Yeah. I think it's gonna stay this way. Here's kind of like a little bit more of a close-up. I will also show you swatches, obviously. Let me show the other shades that I was kind of thinking about. There was part of me that wondered if I shouldn't use this shade from Shore Cosmetic, which is a brown to berry purple shade. It's called Black Hole. It's beautiful, and I was almost thinking about putting it here, but I feel like it will be too monochromatic. I don't like the way this looks, and I don't know where else to put it because I don't really like it anywhere else. Yeah, even here it's kind of not. The only place that I was almost considering is this place, but I want lighter shimmers there. Like this one is too dark. I don't really want it there. So this one I was kind of considering for a bit, but then decided that's probably not. Then I have a couple of these beautiful singles that are quite new in my collection. For a little bit I was thinking about this this shade from Mika, and this one is, oh, it's called Sea Spray. It's one of the newer shades. I think it was released this year. I was also slightly wondering about this Touch of Glam Beauty Holo shade. Is it Hello Holo? No, Enchantments. This one has like a grayish red purple base, and then obviously Holo sparkle in there. I was kind of wondering maybe putting it here, or swapping this shade for this shade, but then we have this one and they are kind of similar, so I don't need both of them. I was also kind of wondering about this shade, which is called Wishing Star, which is also kind of like a green gold, this one, as you can see, but I've had this one for longer, so I would rather have, and I know this is going to be the most used shade, or probably the most used shade, so I would rather have pan on this one than the completely new shade. So this one is also kind of strategic. Then from mattes, I was also slightly wondering maybe adding like this kind of cooler green. This is the shade Arctic Lime from Diamonds, which I was kind of wondering if I shouldn't put it here, but I feel like since we have the yellow, like it would be two pretty light shades. So yeah, I feel like this one is better, the Ivy shade. And then for this pink, I was also wondering maybe this very berry shade, or this one of these, but I feel like again it would be too dark, and I don't have like, I have this light shade and that's pretty much it. So this one is going to be another one of those, it's still not super light, like it's, you know, it's like a mid-tone, but I feel like these are too dark. And then I didn't want it to do these bright pinks because those definitely do not associate autumn for me. I was also wondering maybe adding this matte orange. This one is also from Terramoons, and it's Betelgeuse. But then I would have to swap one of the shimmers for it, and I feel like it's enough shimmers now. Like it would be too little shimmers if I would exchange it for this. And also I feel like with these two or these two, if I mix them, like I'm gonna get something similar. Like I don't need this step in between, and I would rather have this shimmer. So that was my thought process. Also this blue, which is from this, it's kind of like a blue inky with a little bit of purple. It's called Ghastly, I believe. Yeah, and it's from the Hello Beam palette. And I was kind of wondering which one, because this one has a bit more purpliness, you can even see it. So I was thinking maybe it would be better, but I wanted to have the blue there. So, but this one could be an option. I feel like maybe it would fit better with these, like it would be nicer. Should I swap it? But I want the blue there. I kind of want this one as well, but I can't have too many dark shades here, because that, again, it wouldn't be a usable color story for me. I still need it to be like something that has the color story that I want, but also the textures, the effects, and the depth that I want. And I can't have too many light shades or dark shades, because otherwise it's not really user-friendly anymore. Oh, I was also wondering For this shade, I originally wanted to put this one, which I have now in the Pokemon palette, but it's actually from Glam Shop. It's called Meatus, I believe, and it's from the Alter Ego palette. It is depotted from that. So that one was also an option, but I feel like this one is gonna stretch over more looks, and since it's lighter and more iridescent, it just offers more. And sorry that I moved with the camera. And was there anything else I was kind of wondering about? Ideally, I would want a little bit more reddish shimmer, but as I said, I don't actually wear them, so I feel like it would be counterproductive to try to like put it there if I'm not actually like using it. Oh, one of the shades that I almost put there was this holophilic. Is it? No, it's Magnitude actually from Mika. It's a berry to green holochrome. I don't know how well you can see the berry part because it's actually kind of like complicated light right now here. But I was thinking about this and I was wondering if I'm not gonna put it here, but I feel like the holochrome, I don't know, I really wanted to try this one a couple more times because I've only used it twice. And I feel like within this season I might use it like 4 or 5 times, and that would give me a good idea because I'm very new to Touch of Glam Beauty. I have 4 shades from them, I believe, and I've tried both and I've tried all of them maybe like 1 or 2 times. So I want to, you know, actually get accustomed with that formula since it's a new formula for me. And otherwise I don't think I wanted to change anything, or like that I was wondering about any of the other colors and combinations. So yeah, that is kind of everything. Now I'm gonna show you all the swatches and the close-ups of this palette, and I will definitely film my like 3 or 4 looks with this color style because I do want to film that, so stay tuned for that. It's definitely gonna come out. I just don't know when, but hopefully within a week it should be on my channel, so make sure you are subscribed and that you have turned your notification on so that you're notified when I do actually post it. And let me know if there's something you would change or something that you would be more into. I feel like if I were to make this last year, it would be very just like green and orange. But I do have a lot of palettes like that already in my collection, and I feel like this gives me something that I do not actually own. And that's also one of the things that I want with these BYOPs, because there's absolutely no... It makes no sense for me to create a BYOP of something that I already have, because then I wouldn't actually use it, or I could just use the original palette. I feel like it is in the realm of this palette from Nomad. It's the Haunted Europe palette. Like, there is the grays, there is the kind of blue, dark blue, there's some of the like greens, but I feel like mine is a bit more brighter. Let me actually put them side to side. I feel like mine is brighter and also way better shimmers. But the idea is definitely similar, and that's as close as I was able to get. Like, I don't think there's anything else that's actually similar to this color story. I kind of searched through my palette and I can't find anything. So this one is the closest, but as I said, this is the oldest, or this is the older Nomad formula, so it's not sparkly. Like, the shimmers are definitely nothing to write home about. The mattes are really nice. The mattes are beautiful, but this is an 18 pan. This is 15 pan, which I do prefer. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. What you would change if you have a palette that is screaming autumn to you. Let me know down below as well. And by the way, I have my actually top 20 autumnal palettes, ranking them. It came out, this video came out like a week and a half ago, by the time you're watching this, so I will leave it in the little card here and you can check it out. But that's this one. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I'll be super happy to see you tomorrow with another video. So bye.